Hey everyone, Donut here. You guys know if there's a story about someone getting ran over with a car, whether it be a protester or a deadly suspect, then I'm going to be all over it. Lawmakers in North Carolina passed a bill called HB 330 the other day. What exactly is this bill? It's a bill that says if you run over a protester because their dumbass walked into the middle of the road, then you're protected by law. House Bill 330, or as I like to call it, the Common Sense Bill, was passed the other day, 67 to 48. It still kind of bums me out, though, that there are 48 government officials who still believe that if you run over someone who stepped in front of your car, then you should be held responsible for it. What this bill doesn't do is let you target protesters, or else I would be in North Carolina right now with a snowplow looking for anyone wearing all black and skinny jeans. I'm just kidding. Put that murder boner away, you psychos. You can't go driving around looking for protesters to run over. What the bill does is protect you from being sued as long as you exercise due care and you accidentally run a protester over. Reports say that the bill was introduced by Republican Justin Burr and provides that a person driving an automobile while exercising due care is immune for civil liability for any injury to another if the injured person was participating in a demonstration or protest and blocking traffic. Representative Justin Burr probably got the idea for this bill last year after police justifiably shot Keith Scott and protesters thought it would be a good idea to cause $5 million worth of damage to their city. Protesters were stopping trucks on the interstate, pulling off their cargo, and burning it in the middle of the road. Excuse me, but I don't think because police shot and killed a violent felon in possession of a firearm who was told to drop said firearm 16 or 17 times is a good enough reason to walk out into traffic and destroy other people's property. Here, I'll show you a little edit that I made last year for Blue Lives Matter that kind of shows you what happened after the shooting.
A long time ago, I was in Burma. My friends and I were working for the local government. They were trying to buy the loyalty of tribal leaders by bribing them with precious stones. But their caravans were being raided in a forest north of Rangoon by a bandit. So we went looking for the stones. But in 6 months, we never met anyone who traded with him. One day, I saw a child playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine. The bandit had been throwing them away.
So why steal them?
Well, because he thought it was good sport, because some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I'm really glad that they passed this bill on the 27th because on the 1st, during the May Day protest, protesters in Durham, North Carolina thought it would be a good idea to step in front of a big-ass dually diesel truck. You gotta love how the protesters are pushing against the truck like they're actually gonna stop it. And that poor little college chick, the blonde girl, jumps in front of the truck at the last second and almost gets plowed over. Life pro tip here, everyone, listen up. You don't have magical protesting powers that's gonna stop a truck. If I'm inside my vehicle and a crowd surrounds me, especially with my kids in the car, I'm probably not going to stay in that one spot for very long. Some news agencies felt that it was important to report on the incident with the big mean truck. One of the protesters were quoted with saying, "There were kids there. There were people with different mobilities that weren't able to run and pick up and move. Then why are they in the middle of the road? All right, kids, mommy's going to teach you how to protest. Just stand here in front of this truck. Now, Jimmy, we know you're in a wheelchair, but you can help fight the patriarchy too. Let me just roll you out in front of this truck, little guy." Sorry to be Captain Obvious here, but I don't see any kids or people that are having difficulty getting out of the way of the truck. It looks like they did a pretty good job at realizing how dumb of an idea that was. When I watched the video, I didn't see people with different mobilities. I saw some slow people, but, slow in their head. And I'm always going to fall back on the argument in these type of situations that fire truck that you're blocking from going past you can't get to your house to put out your children who are burning alive. or save your grandpa who's having a heart attack. The point is, it's really important not to block emergency vehicles. If only we had some Portland riot police in every city. This California officer pretty much represents how I feel about the whole thing.
Make sure you're taking pictures of them.
Everyone, this is Donut. If you walk into traffic, you're dumb. Please have a fantastic weekend. Let's have a little compilation.
He decided to go ahead and test the crowd.
For a few seconds Tuesday afternoon, the patience and peace that persisted throughout these protests was disturbed by a driver.
And he decided to just go ahead and run through the crowd. And he
See, I think, I don't know if Roy's overhead, but I think there's probably, they're getting the pickup truck that went through there is what caused that.
It happened as night was come.
Let's watch. We've got a whole bunch of people now running south on Light Street, kind of after that pickup truck.